Hi family, I hope you're well. We'll see you again for a new video on your Barça Spotlight channel. Thank you to everyone who has already subscribed, and to everyone who is subscribing to our channel. We meet again for the return leg of the Champions League between Borussia Dortmund and FC Barcelona for the quarter-finals. 3-1. Barça advances to the semi-finals 6 years later after a poor day. Borussia Dortmund believed in a miracle and ruined their qualification for the penultimate round of the Champions League. The Germans led 2-0 and 3-1 thanks to a Guirassy hat-trick, but the home team's own goal gave life to an unfamiliar Barça side. No one said it would be easy, nor did anyone dare predict that it would be so painful and incomprehensible with a 4-0 lead. The blown game didn't spoil their dream of qualifying for the Champions League semi-finals. Borussia Dortmund's shirtless performance proved pointless, but they almost pulled off a miracle and reminded the Catalans of the ghosts of their past. Flick's men had a bad day, perhaps just when Barca was planning to celebrate in style. But that's just it, a bad day. Flick ignored the comfortable first-leg victory and fielded his brightest starting 11 with two predictable nuances, such as the introduction of Araujo in place of the booked Inigo Martinez, and Gerard Martin in place of the injured Balde, and another more unexpected one, such as the substitution of Pedri, who was rested in the starting 11 after more than 20 games. The rest, the usual block pulled by the Trident. Earlier in the preliminary round, Szczesny went to the locker room with a hand injury that didn't prevent him from playing. Curiosity was the best. The start was too condescending. Barca came out to take possession but ended up being swallowed up by the demanding scenario prepared by Kovac. The instructions were clear. An early goal gives us confidence in a comeback. Soon, too soon, the Germans sowed fear in the Barcelona team. After several attempts by Guirassy and Idemi, on the fourth attempt, Szczesny was awarded a penalty that Guirassy converted into a panenka. Only 10 minutes later, Barca wasted the first goal. The deafening atmosphere in the stands gave every move by the home team, no matter how small, a disturbing and dangerous tinge. The unbridled momentum of Kovac's men was worrying. By resorting to their more orthodox, possession-based play, the Blaugrana took control, even if they failed to find the scoring channel. The first shot came on the half-hour mark, scored by Furman. An offside goal from Dortmund increased the nervousness. The home team took advantage of Barca's confusion, which seemed disconnected, much to Flick's dismay. They didn't know how to finish their plays. As Rafinha charged towards goal, Sewell snatched a ball from him that thrilled the crowd, who were constantly cheering him on. The blue and red team lacked composure and security. Furman came to the defense's rescue. In another defeat, Adeyemi unleashed a shot that Szczesny parried. Well unmarked, Koundé responded with an attempted cross from De Jong. The referee's interpretation of the fouls only added spice to the match. After half an hour, Barca seemed to have calmed down, but not completely. They were more comfortable shooting from their position. Even if without the ball, they were sometimes dangerously exposed. They seemed anxious, sometimes impersonal and vulnerable. The break came like a breath of fresh air. It was a mirage because it made them feel very bad. It took Dortmund 3 minutes to scare the Catalans again. Just 3 minutes. A cross from a corner with general nonsense led to the second home goal, with the same scorer as the first, Guirassy. No one was able to get through, no one was on their marks. It was incomprehensible, and when everything seemed worst, Benzabani scored an own goal from a powerful Furman cross. Just like at Leganes, as if it were a miracle goal, as if it were a grand finale. Ugly like at Butarque, but still as profitable as ever. In Barca's worst game, the scoreline was the best thing. Barca were losing 2-1 but leading by 3 goals. The blow left the locals stunned. Flick then brought on Pedri to bring some calm and common sense, to put things back in their place. Barca improved. It already gave the feeling of being together. As the minutes ticked by, the prospect of a top-4 finish looked good. Flick was able to breathe, and Rafinha allowed himself the luxury of wasting an attack with unmarked teammates. But it wasn't a day for individualities. Another error from Araujo led to the home team's third goal. The score at 3-1 forced Barca to defend. something they were not used to. Flick gave orders, incredulous at what he saw. All his remedies were in vain. The suffering was unexpected. Many remember that Barca's great feat made a painful end possible. That didn't happen. Inter or Bayern, Barca's semi-final rivals, with dates yet to be determined. The Catalans will play the first leg at home against the winner of the Italian and German sides, 1-2 in the first leg in Munich, on Tuesday, April 29th or Wednesday, April 30th. UEFA will announce the final dates for the penultimate round once the qualifiers conclude this Wednesday evening. 4-0 at Montjuic and 3-1 in Dortmund. Barça are already in the Champions League semi-finals after 6 years and will face Inter Milan or Bayern Munich in the second leg away, who will play the return leg at San Siro this Wednesday at 9 p.m. on Movistar Liga de Campione after the 2-1 draw in the first leg at the Allianz Arena. On the other side of the table, Luis Enrique's Paris Saint-Germain are already in the semi-finals with home advantage, having eliminated Unai Emery's Aston Villa, 3-1 in Paris, and 3-2 this Tuesday in Birmingham, and their rival will be the winner of the match between Real Madrid and Arsenal, who will defend their 3-0 lead won by London at the Santiago Bernabéu this Wednesday at 9 p.m. on Movistar Liga de Campeones. Once the two remaining places have been finalized, UEFA plans to announce the dates for the semi-finals on Wednesday evening. Both will kick off at 9 p.m. with the first legs to be played between Tuesday, April 29th and Wednesday, April 30th. Immediately following the Copa del Rey final between Barca and Madrid on Saturday, May 26th at 10 p.m. in Seville, and the second legs between Tuesday, May 6th and Wednesday, May 7th. The following weekend on Sunday, May 11th at 4:15 p.m., the La Liga Clásico will be played at Montjuic, which will likely be decisive for the title. The final will take place on Saturday, May 31st at 9 p.m. at the Allianz Arena in Munich. This will be the second time in history that Bayern Munich will host this match, after losing on penalties to Chelsea in 2012. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Thanks also to those who will take 2 seconds to like the video. Tell me what you think of the situation in the comments, give us your opinions in the comment space, share the video if you haven't already. Thanks again, good luck and see you soon for a new video.